Hello, welcome to Quackalope. Thank you for being here. Today, I'm bringing you a showcase of a luxury gamers retreat out here in Bland, Missouri, called the Gamers Ranch. And before you click off, let me just clarify. We're talking about 2,000 unique board games, from deep in the hobby to high-end party games, LAN parties, Magic the Gathering, fishing, kayaking, canoeing, disc golf, Mario Kart, and so much more. So you're going to want to stay to find out a bit more about this place. And just in case you're curious, I am not sponsored or affiliated in any way with this property. In fact, myself and a group of industry friends just got done having our weekend retreat here. It's the first time and only thing I've known about the property since arriving, and we paid for our way here. This is where I just spent a vacation, and I thought it was interesting enough and unique enough that I wanted to celebrate it and share it with you, the audience. So come with me. Let's take a look inside this massive ranch house. Let's talk about everything you can do here on the water, and also look at a board game collection that honestly is probably better than my own. With over 2,000 unique titles, all of which are available on BGG for you to look at and reference, there's almost nothing that you can't find to play. This is one of the most impressive, unique, private collections that I've ever came across, and the owner of the Gamers Ranch has played somewhere around 75 to 80% of the titles, so if you need good recommendations, he'll be the first one to tell you. We found games from collector's editions of KDM and War of the Ring to all of Catan and a whole series of party games like Codenames and Decrypto. If you want to play new games like Oath or Suzumi Downfall or Descent, those are also over here in the corner. Anywhere from exclusive historic miniatures games all the way up to the newest titles that are arriving, it seems like the best games in our hobby find their way through the Gamers Ranch at some point. In fact, we brought 2 duffel bags of games with us, and I'm gonna be honest, we didn't touch a single one that we brought because the library here had everything we needed. Along with that, this space not only has piles and piles of board games, but about 5 Oculus Rifts set over here to the side that give you the opportunity to play in VR. We have PlayStations and an Xbox. We have full LAN parties set up on 2 corners of this room, allowing you to go head-to-head with each other. And we even have a tactical bridge simulator, which is normally only set up at conventions. But, I mean, what is this if not a small convention space? So, if you like board games, if you want something to play, this Gamers Ranch is going to have everything you're looking for. But it's not only that. You see, there's a whole other side to this experience. Board games are amazing, but what if you need a little bit of a break? You want to have a full gym to work out in, you'd like to play a little bit of Magic the Gathering. There's over 100 pre-constructed decks for you to grab, sit down at the table, and run games with, along with a whole set and collection of Commander's decks if you have a group of, well, a lot of Magic players that want to get something to the table quickly. This solves the problem that Magic has when you have to construct and know everything that you're facing. Along with that, if you're into a little bit of Dance Dance Revolution, you want to hop into the sauna for a nice warm retreat in the evening, or you just want an open space to play some pinball, foosball, pool table. I'm just listing tactical names. I mean, I had some fun with the ping pong table, but I'm gonna be honest, the game room right behind me is where we spent most of our time. And this is just the beginning of what's here. We haven't even started to get to the facilities, the areas that make this not just a place to come play games, but an actual ranch and a retreat. You see, this is where we start to showcase the facilities here at the Gamers Ranch. This is a massive play and recreate and just relax type of space. We have a kitchen, which is something to write home about. Trust me, I already did to my dad at least twice. A large game table here, which is spread right now with everything that we are packing up to hit the road, and just a giant open foyer. We've had 20 people in this space playing games, talking, chatting, having their own devices set up, and it never felt crowded or claustrophobic. This is the main environment, and let me just say, it is really, really comfortable. You can have people hanging out on the couch playing Mario Kart Racing or Super Smash Bros, while another group here is diving into something like Twilight Imperium, and a few other people are playing some party games there in the back. There's really an unending amount of things that you can do, especially if you're a group that just likes to entertain yourself, that likes to be around each other. This space is perfect for facilitating an environment where you can be around each other without being on top of each other. And by the way, this dining area here with the giant kitchen is full service, with cups, dishes, pots, pans that you can utilize and cook with. You'll bring your own food, of course, but there was an arsenal of things we just had ready and available in case we forgot something. And every evening we'd get together, sit down, cook a meal, and have dinner together. This is what starts to make the Gamers Ranch a place you want to come, and not just a place with a lot of really cool games. But if this doesn't quite strike your fancy, and like me, every now and then you want to escape and have a little bit of time to yourself, there's a few other things to take a look at. See, up here on the loft, we have a fully contained second segment to the living environment, with a full Lego table, in case you and the kids want to spend some time building a masterpiece, a painter's workshop and station so that you can prepare your character for your next RPG campaign. You have to look tip-top before you actually start playing, and something like 18 available beds and a series, maybe 12 or so available rooms. Meaning, if you want to duck away, watch a movie on the TV, relax on the couch, sneak away to your room, or just spend some time, maybe not in the hubbub downstairs, you can still be near the action without necessarily being in it. There's degrees to which you can back off from the larger group and have a few moments just to yourself. And the amount of little hobby things you can do here really does open the door to exploring. Have you never built RC planes? Have you never painted a Mini? Or do you always wish you, like when I was 6 years old, had a bucket of Legos you could dump out and dig your hands into without worrying about pieces getting mixed together? Well, that's what this place is. Like I said at the very beginning, this is a love letter to hobbies. It's really an exploration of everything that, well, makes us love games. And you're part of this hobby space, can find something to occupy yourself with, and probably pick up a few new skills, or at least a few new hobby-based expenses while you're here over the weekend. If escaping indoors isn't quite your style, and you're one of those hybrid gamers like I am that wants to explore the outside just a little bit, well, we have all the facilities necessary for that as well. From a giant outdoor deck overlooking a absolutely beautiful lake, to fishing. Yes, the lake is stocked. Hiking trails that go around the perimeter, disc golf that goes around the entire outside of the lake, including a full 18-hole course if you want to duck up into the woods as well. I might have played 9 holes and I won by a few points. Along with that, we have hammocks, which I spend a lot of my time out here just sitting and reading, and a whole cacophony of other outdoor activities, from cornhole to an RV, which I'm not sure if you're allowed to borrow, but knowing the owner, the odds are probably high. This really does provide everything to everyone who exists in the board game hobby space. And of course, you could always bring your own concoctions. Do you have an RC riverboat that you want to see sprinting across the waves, or do you really like geocaching? Well, there might be a few hidden around here as well. There's just a lot going on. And of course, I can't undercut the lake itself. I already mentioned fishing, but did I mention swimming with a diving board, a motorized dock that can go out to the center, kayaking, canoeing, life vests, a disc golf system that goes around the entire outer edge that might require you to get wet if you happen to have a few go off the rails. This really does provide just about everything you want as a combination lake house and gamer's retreat. Now, we didn't go swimming while we were here. That's partially because a thunderstorm showed up, and also because we spent way too long sitting around the table playing some heavy Euros. But I'm gonna be honest, the next time I'm down here, there's no way I'm missing out on a chance to swim, even if that's in the middle of November. I mean, polar bear plunges are a thing, right? So there you have it, my showcase and celebration of a really, really cool love letter to, well, this hobby space, and honestly, about a dozen other hobby spaces as well. If you've enjoyed this and you're curious how you can come here, there's a link in the top of this description over to the Gamer Ranch's website. And I'm gonna be honest, this, in case you were concerned, was a big commercial. It really isn't. It might be hard for you to book your stay here. They're already potentially booked out about a year in advance. And so if you're curious, if you want to set up an event with a few family friends, split the costs between some industry peers like we did, or just, I don't know, book it for yourself, treat yourself a little bit, this is going to be a little bit of a plan, right? Swing over to the website, check the available dates online, reach out to the owner and see where he can kind of finagle you in, and once you get into the rotation of it, I guarantee you're going to be coming back every single year. I know we already have next year booked for the group that just headed out the door. And just in case you're concerned that any ragtag gamer can get in, there are a few questions you'll need to answer before, well, your application is accepted. I won't tell you what those are, and trust me, it's not too difficult, especially if you're watching this channel, but this really is a place made just for us, for you that's watching this. So, with that being said, I've got a 10-hour drive home. We're heading back up to Cleveland, and I hope you've enjoyed this little showcase of something pretty amazing. If you have any other cool locations, places you visited, areas I should go to and celebrate, let me know. I'd love the chance to, well, not only go to, but also showcase and share, well, really people that are doing their best to grow, expand, and invest in this space that we call home. Whatever the case, though, whatever you do, remember to do the important thing. Go for a hike after each board game. Trust me, it's worth it.